Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Chen Yang here, and I hope you're doing well. So in today's video, we're going to be going over my top 5 beginner workout tips to help you build muscle. So the biggest challenge that I see a lot of you guys facing is that you're going to the gym and you're just not really sure what you're doing, and you're not really seeing the physical progress that you want to. You're not really seeing yourself toning up, not really building that much muscle. You're going in and out and you call it a day. Perhaps you're doing workout classes and you're like, it's been 2 or 3 years and I just feel like I haven't really gotten the results that I want to. If that is you, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like this video and keep watching. So my tip number 1 is to actually make sure that you are controlling the weight and the weight isn't controlling you. This means you're keeping constant tension on the muscle that you're trying to work. So if it's your bicep, you're not just like throwing around the weight, okay? But you're actually controlling the weight. So you're the one controlling the weight. The weight's not essentially moving your body around, okay? And what you need to do to actually make this happen is to make sure that you're not lifting a crazy amount of weights just for the ego. Like you're actually lifting a weight that's challenging you, but challenging you in a way where you are still in control. Another example of this is, for example, you're squatting. When you're coming down on the squat, are you just shooting down? Like you just suddenly fall down and then you bounce and you come back up? Or are you actually controlling the weight? So when you're coming back down, you're feeling the heavy weight on you, right? The barbell, but you're still lowering down slowly with control. So you are controlling that weight. You get to decide how quickly that barbell comes down with you. If so, that's you controlling the weight. If not, if you feel like, oh crap, actually I'm just moving down, like the weight's just on my back and I'm just moving down, then the weight is controlling you. So next time when you go to the gym, actually slow it down and just experience how different it feels and just how much harder the exercise is when you control the weight. Tip number 2 is slow down the negative lowering part of the exercise. So again, for example, the squat. When you're lowering down, actually count to 2 to 3 seconds at least. So 1, 2, 3 before you hit to the bottom, and then come back up. And then again, 1, 2, 3 before you come back up. Now that is going to help keep you accountable to actually controlling the weight and keeping that constant tension in the muscle groups that you're trying to work. Another example is hip thrust. I see this happen way too many times at the gym, okay? With you girls, with your hip thrust, you're trying to ego lift and you know, it's amazing to say, oh my gosh, I can hip thrust 200 kgs, cool. I can hip thrust 150 kgs, amazing. But are you actually hip thrusting, or are you just swinging the weight with your whole body and you're not actually targeting your glutes? Because the goal obviously is you want to grow your glutes. You're not just trying to throw around weights, right? So when you're doing the hip thrust, when you're coming down, are you just coming down really quickly, or are you actually controlling the weight? So obviously the barbell's pushing you down. You're like, honey, no, let's slow it down. I'm controlling you. 3 seconds, 1, 2, 3 before you get to the bottom of the hip thrust, and then you thrust back up. Hold it for 1 second, and then again, honey, I'm controlling the barbell is not controlling me. 3 seconds down, really, using your glutes there to hold the weight and to control the weight. If you're doing that, you're actually able to keep constant tension in your glutes, which is going to help grow your glute muscle. Number 3 is make sure you're progressively overloading, okay? So you're going into the gym and each time you're going in, you're like, can I lift a little bit heavier? Or maybe can I push up 1 more rep or even half a rep more than what I did last time? Can I make sure my tempo's better? Can I make sure I'm controlling the weight better? So last time I swung it around a bit, can I maybe actually really control that 3 second negative on my way down? So there's a lot of different ways that you can actually track progress and to obviously put your muscle under greater tension. It's not just the number itself, but in some way, shape or form, you wanna make sure that over time you are progressively overloading. Now, something that I really wanna make clear here is that you can't expect yourself to progress every single session or every single week. You also cannot expect yourself to not go backwards, okay? I think this is the biggest thing that, it gets people to almost give up on their fitness journey because they get sick, they go on holiday, something happens in their life and they can't lift as much. They get discouraged, the ego gets a little hurt and they're like, oh, whatever, I backtracked, I give up. Look, progressive overload is key, but just know that like any journey, your strength is gonna go up and down, but as long as when you zoom out on a year's basis, you've gone up, that's what counts the most, okay? So go to the gym, push yourself, have that mindset of being like, I'm trying to push myself and do the best I can, but just know that whatever the outcome, just be happy that you gave it your all, okay? That's what's most important there. Now, number 4 is, oh my gosh, please make sure you do not do cardio before you lift. I see so many girls going on the Stairmaster for like 15, 20 minutes. That is tiring. That is tiring, but also it's not going to benefit you to lift as heavy as you possibly can, because ultimately you want to have the most energy and strength for your lifting sessions, for you to actually build muscle, right? But if you're wasting 10-20 minutes on the Stairmaster or doing cardio, going for a run, your legs are going to be tired, you're going to be fatigued, you're not going to be able to push as hard as you could if you were fresh, okay? So make sure you always lift first and then do cardio afterwards if you're doing it in the same session. If it's on the same day and you want to do a run early morning, then train in the evening, that's fine. But what I mean is like, just don't do it back to back. Like, don't go to the gym, hit your cardio and then go lift, because it's just not beneficial. Do it the other way around. And finally, the last tip is to actually make sure you have enough rest days, okay? Make sure you actually have time for your body to recover. Now, there are a lot of ways that you can help your recovery. For example, your sleep, make sure you're getting enough quality sleep, 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep, not 7 to 8 hours in bed, but actually quality sleep. If you wanna learn how to improve your sleep, I've got a video on optimizing your sleep and I'll link it right here, so make sure you go watch that, because that's also gonna help you lose more body fat and actually gain more muscle just simply by sleeping better. So yeah, your recovery, your sleep, your food, your nutrition, all that, make sure that you're actually recovering from your sessions, because the training is like the stimulus, right? So it breaks down your muscle fibers, which is going to then enable it to grow back together bigger and stronger, but it actually needs to grow back. And that recovery phase is where you're actually repairing those muscle tissues. So just as it's important to go obviously and train hard, it's just as important to rest hard as well. So make sure that you're having at least 1 to 2 rest days. For some people, you may need more if you have a demanding job, if you just can't get enough rest, or maybe your body just needs more time. Like, we're all genetically different. So make sure that, you know, you are actually nice and rested before your next session. If you're, say, training legs, try to not train legs right after the next day, because you definitely would not have recovered, okay? So just being smart with that. For all our clients, we make sure that obviously we have a completely designed program for them, so that really it does maximize their muscle building abilities, whilst obviously make sure they're getting enough rest, getting enough recovery, and also just having a life outside the gym, because that is really important. So guys, I hope this was helpful, and if you are new to the gym, please make sure you just jot this down, keep it in your mind when you go next to your training session, and also make sure that you do have a proper training program in place, because the biggest regret I have, and all our clients have said the same thing, is just wasting time going to the gym, walking around, finding a machine, getting on it, then leaving, and not actually having a proper plan in place, or they just write up something before they go to the gym, find a workout program on YouTube, and then just go to the gym. No, you need an actual proper plan that you can progress on, that's tailored for you if you really want to maximize your results, and just make sure that every minute you're spending at the gym is completely efficient, and again, completely tailored towards you moving that one step closer to your goals. Now, if you are struggling with nutrition as well, make sure you subscribe and watch the next video, because we're actually going to go over the perfect diet, the perfect nutrition tips to really, again, help you maximize your muscle building phase and to tone up. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope that this was helpful. Bye.